For Team Uganda, starting Talen Gandiwa from Zimbabwe. He will be assisted by Kenyan duo Victor Odwor and Alumasa Bonfotra as his assistant referees of the first round of the 2023 Elgon Cup.
Certainly, and that is Magomu with the kick high and hanging into the hands of Elkins Musonye. Driving forward for the Kenyans early on. Barry Young at scrum half, bringing in his captain, George Nyambua. The Kenyans on the floor again. This is Young. Johnny Kubu starting today's game at fly half with a kick deep into Ugandan territory. That is Kisiga. Kisiga to the floor. Ugandan securing possession. Wanyama had a blind over game last weekend in Kampala. He's bringing in his front rows. Ball carried forward by Senteza. The penalty advantage is with the Kenyans early on, making a nuisance of themselves at the breakdown against the Ugandans.
It's too open for Kenya to exploit. And while this time they don't have come out, they won't be lucky probably many more times after this. Another scrum hit for them, but they need to ensure that they're squeaky clean and tight at that breakdown.
This is Nyambua making a nuisance of himself, looking to force the turnover for the Kenyans. They drive forward.
Advantage for not releasing Nyambua, too eager in that tackle. And now Conrad Wanyama is looking to catch the Kenyan defense napping as they are in an offside position.
And the fisticuffs already beginning early on obviously tells you how important this match is to both sets of players.
There's Conrad Wanyama on the break. Tackled.
The 20 international, played at the 2019 Junior World Rugby Trophy, has transitioned to the senior team, the Simbas. Hilary Odhiambo. Now Barry Young playing in Bryson Adaka. Hard running from the Cabras man. George Nyambua carries the ball into the Ugandan 22. Eugene Sifuna. Kubu bringing in Elkins Musonye. Driven back, but avails the ball to Mutsami. Former back row man now playing at inside center.
Advantage for the high tackle there. Again, like I mentioned earlier, Uganda leaving the door open for Kenya at the breakdown, and that second turnover in this game is what has led to this extended playing possession. As you can see there, Asman Mugera making the high tackle carry from Mutsami against the prop, knowing that that was a mismatch.
Kubu was man of the match in the Victoria Cup fixture between Kenya and Zambia, a game that ended 36-12. Will be tasked with the kicking duties. Remember, he debuted for Kenya in 2021 during the Rugby Africa Cup Pool B competition in Nairobi.
Usually you'd expect the fans to let the kicker take the kick in the quietest of environments, but that's zero, courtesy of that man, Johnny Kubu, in the number 10 jersey.
To run away with that. That's the moment that the Ugandans were penalized for that high tackle on Paul Mutsami. And this is Gongodio. Kenya forcing the turnover. And looking to stretch the Ugandan defense. Wahinya, the ball, not the best of deliveries, but kept alive by Joel Inzuga. Scored 2 tries last weekend against Uganda. Ayo struggles to present that ball on the floor. Kubu with the kick downfield. That is
that a 50-22? I think that's a 50-22. Kubu catches Alhaji Manano off guard The grass and he bounces into touch. It's going to be a Kenya line-out. Role for Kenya today. Perhaps these are some of the reasons why he's been brought back into this position.
Certainly, and it's plucked in the air by Jimson Ilisoga. The ball is from the drive and the touchdown. There's Elkins Musonye in the back of that one. Gets the 5-pointer for
clean line out. The Ugandan defense were just passengers as Uganda survived, like we mentioned, the first 5 minutes and maybe the next 5, but they've not been able to stop the game. 8-0 they score. Johnny Kubu with his second attempt for points. An attempted charge by Conrad Wanyama is halted by the referees. Claims Kubu made one step, but it was illegal. And now Kubu will have a second crack at it.
As the conditions cool down here at the Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium, the coolest it has been since about 10 a.m. in the morning. But the action on the pitch is hot. It is the Kenyans leading 8-0, the conversion to come.
Kubu will be lucky that Gandiwa has granted him a second chance for points for this game. As you can see, the flags and the teardrop banners being blown by those currents. Can Kubu do better this time? Yes.
Kubu sure
too eager, which granted Kubu a second crack at it.
And again, the try scorer, Musonye, plucks that one in the air.
There will be there's a second blow from Talin Gandiwa. An infringement by Kenya at the breakdown. The first in this game, but was a very sticky issue for the Simbas last weekend. They are attacking ball, but they're giving away a penalty.
I believe even in the game against Zambia, despite winning that game, they had a very high penalty count. And that is something that
The penalty was for an illegal arrival at the breakdown. And Ivan Magomu will have the first crack for points. This is a similar script to how the first leg of the Elgon Cup went. Kenya put 12 points on the board. Uganda responded with a penalty.
Well, the kick at goal from Magomu is successful. Cuts the deficit 7 points by 2019.
I think that there will be, a revisit of that collision, of that penalty that has been given away. It was off the ball, and from listening to the referee's conversation, it appears that they will be taking a second look at it. But yet again, another handling error, 4 to Kenya, none to Uganda yet in this game. They are leading by 10 points to 3, but the efficiency is at an all-time low.
Onyama brings in Okorat, running into two Kenyan defenders there, Kubu and
advantage for the high tackle, the penalty. Johnny Kubu and Conrad Wanyama enjoying some theatrics yet again. But we'll recall that Johnny Kubu from the Victoria Cup last weekend, he got hurt at around that region of his leg. But I think he must have the regions which will not be talked about.
The ball is kept alive by Eugene Sifuna. The delayed pass to Wahinya, releasing Joel Nzuga. Explosive winger this one, Joel Nzuga. Kubu with a kick downfield again, just looking to find the Ugandans napping. But that one goes into the end goal area. Relief for the Rugby Cranes.
And to had Kenya's dominance in this game so far on the scoreboard.
Wanyama running into his own man. He's driven back by Jinson Misoga. The Ugandans have secured possession. Once again, another penalty. Third consecutive penalty that the Kenyans have conceded.
Breakdown by Kenya. Players are contesting the ball legally, but they are coming in from the side. Called for the kicking tee. Let's just take a look at it again. Conrad Wanyama off that messy line out. And then the contest. It's the fifth penalty considered by Kenya.
And a second kick at goal from those penalties. Magomu, for him, this should be within striking distance. That one is way off cue.
Arrive at the breakdown. I think he could have been impeded by the tackler, but that arrive at the breakdown not good enough in the eyes of the referee as Magomu fails fine touch and Nzuga good under the high ball orchestrates a counter attack.
Creating another platform, bringing in Ephraim Odwor. Odwor will carry that ball another meter forward. Then young Wahinya, Sifuna. Young once again. Misoga. Kenyans keeping possession but losing it on the tackle.
Another hand left and right from both teams. Look at Elkins Musonye. Eyes open fast on the ball.
His kicking rate currently at 50%. Has successfully converted one of the two kicks he has had at goal.
He's also kicking against the wind. It has died down a bit, but the direction is still towards the south. Uganda score this. They are now just a try away from Kenya. So it's going to be very good points on the board, having missed the penalty a little bit earlier. Ivan Magomu. Misses again. So into the game. Johnny Kubu as well was missing a couple of them. I thought the replacement players, Matoka and Walker, were kicking better in the warm-ups, but Ivan Magomu, the unluckier of the two so far, with 32 minutes played.
Ball fielded by Barry Young, but once again
Ivan Magomu has been impeded after that kick. It was an attempted touchdown, but knowing how,
due to personal reasons, that's the moment there. Well, difficult to call.
But Kandiwa there speaking to assistant captain Byron Oketayot. It appears Uganda are doing more refereeing than playing in the game today. And yet again, another kick by Ivan Magomu does not find touch. And Kenya will be keeping the ball in play. Shakim Sembusi receiving Johnny Kubu's kick.
And Magomu looking to get something going from the middle of the park. Has his fellow halfback, Wanyama. Kenyans committing themselves on the tackle there, but the Ugandans just carrying the ball over the Kenyan halfway line. They have forced the turnover, have
Charles
they?
Uhuru just handed the ball over to him.
Kubu with the exit play for the Simbas.
Yet again, but like we've been saying about the wind and the kickers today in their warm-ups, the kicking game today is not their strongest fort, Ivan Magomo and Johnny Kubu.
Absolutely, and then also remember that there is trophy to play for. It is a cup final of sorts, so the nerves also do check in, all factors considered. Wanyama. That was wily from Magomo. Ugandans continue to drive forward, keeping it tight. The ball is lost and immediately turned over by the Kenyans. Mutami, well actually that is a Daka, does well to keep his feet. And then Barry Young shoving off the challenge from Michael Wokorach.
I think there's been multiple handling errors in there, looking to get them napping on the counter-attack. This Barry Young pops the ball to Elkins Musonye, who wasn't expecting it, and he just popped out of it.
Away from the Kenyans.
And especially much better conditions than was at Kings Park last weekend. Clear skies, dry pitch, dry ball.
Still a close contest between the two sides. That was Michael Wokorach. Does well to keep that ball. Nyama with a big kick downfield. Will be fielded easily by Nzuga. Paul Mutami making a nuisance of himself in midfield. Wahinya. Well, that was tricky for the Ugandan defender there. Then Magomu with a searching run. He is slowed down.
Beautiful turnover by Mutami, fast on the ball. And despite all the attempts by Magomu to twist and turn, Mutami
has been working on in training throughout the week.
You can see there the hands on the ball, but also around the body. Nothing Magomu could have done would have stopped that turn.
There is a Kenyan line out inside the Ugandan 22. So Diambo who will claim it from the line out. The maul forms, the Kenyans will drive. This is
the Ugandan player on his knees.
Sifuna is at the back of that maul. Kenyans driving, have the Ugandans on the back foot. That is Hilary Odhiambo.
They should have the advantage, I believe.
They do have the advantage. This is Mutami attacking at close quarters once again. Barry Young, Jone Kubu will be attempting the cross kick.
I think that's cynical play from Alhaji Manano there, slapping the ball from Alhaji Manano off that cross kick.
And I think Jone Kubu has noticed that Alhaji Manano is uncomfortable with.
And as we go into the halftime break, just about a minute, Manano will be very lucky to get away with that decision. He's a flanker who has been played at the wing, out of position, and Johnny Kubu has realized that and is taking advantage of those situations. Let's see what decision Gandiwa will make after making his case known to the captain. Manano is a very lucky man.
But you also have to give it to Jone Kubu for his...
But this is a line out lost in a very critical zone of the playing field.
Kick downfield is fielded by Elkins Musonye. He has Joel Nzuga in support. And also realizing the touch line was close by, keeps it alive. Eugene Sifuna breaks two tackles, driving forward. Ayo didn't expect that ball, but it is kept alive. Kenyans sniffing blood here.
Multiple handling errors there, but the referee says ball bounced backwards, and Ivan Magomu caught trying to kick. He's been forced into a handling error despite that protest forward.
And once again, Paul Mutami. Excellent. Remember, Paul Mutami has played at
halftime.
Second half of the men's Elgon Cup between Kenya and Uganda. It is the Kenyans in the red and white, leading Uganda by 10 points to 3. Has been a close first half. The Kenyans going ahead through points from Jone Kubu, who also convert, will be looking to see his side secure the result and keep the Elgon Cup title in Kenya. This is Jinson Misoga. Decisive run from the Kenya number 8, Brian Wahinya. Floated pass is kept alive by Paul Mutsami. Paul Mutsami has certainly been a standout for the Simbas in the first half, more so with his defensive duties. Jone Kubu, change of direction, and Jone Kubu is going to get the game's second try. That sidestep, slicing the gap. Ernest Akor, that's Uganda trailing. This match, it will be a topic of banter on social media. The Ugandans have been bantering the Kenyans over the past week, but there's still all of 39 minutes to play and this conversion to come.
That was a beautiful try.
He is sure with the conversion there, Jone Kubu.
Hold just after the break, but look at that full blast pace from Jone Kubu. And then the dance move to celebrate.
Well, he's gotten, but Uganda, we know that a response is not too far from them. Misoga.
One possession, one try. What a start to the second half for Kenya.
And probably a tongue lashing from Jerome Parwater at halftime. Barry Young with a kick. It is high, it is hanging. It is claimed by Derek Ashiundu. Wahinya, incisive from number 15. Mutsami. Adaka presents the ball on the floor. The Kenyans looking a lot more fluid in the second half. Young, Sifuna. Hilary Odhiambo finds himself in space, carries the ball into the Ugandan 22. Kubu again, Nyambua the captain. Odwor, the big man running into his fellow big men, presents it once again. Manjilwa knows only one way, and it is route 1. Sifuna skips past one. He is on the floor. It's a contest that is eventually going the way of Uganda.
This game runs out of their grasp.
This is Walker with the kick downfield. Brian Wahinya has no trouble. Like you said, Walker was looking for the 50-22. But Brian Wahinya looked to have read it. This is the darting run from Conrad Wanyama. Has taken the skull cap off, probably to get more clarity.
And yet again, Kenya were the first on the ball, but not staying on their feet has denied them a chance to earn that turnover. Possession still in the hands of Uganda.
Okay, Tayot. Now Wanyama. The Ugandan big man driven back, but Wagomu with the aerial bomb looking to trigger that man, Jone Kubu.
That was a good kick, ensuring that it is just outside the 22, so Kubu can't call for the mark. But he just about does well to gather after fumbling it in the first attempt.
This is Sifuna, was played in by Ephraim Odwor, carries that ball 5 meters forward for the Simbas. Certainly enjoying most of the territory and advantage in the opening half. Manjilwa, the big man, gains 2 more meters. Then Ashiundu has been a busybody since the second half began. The Ugandans on the back foot. The Kenyans asking questions. Misoga.
contest on that breakdown from Uganda appeared to have come from the side, Robert Aziku.
But it's kept alive. And the advantage going the way of Uganda. So everything from this scrum feed will be vital. Will they want to walk it home? That looks like the intent early on. Yama looks to his blind side. This is Kisiga. Runs into the twin towers of Nyambua and Ashiundu. It's still Ugandan ball. Senteza is slow and patient from the rugby cranes. Everybody watching in Kampala and the rest of Uganda watching with bated breath. Uganda looking for their first try of the game. Michael Wokorach.
Advantage for not rolling away there.
Again, the Kenyans, as we have said time and again, have been disciplined at the breakdown. This is Magomu with the cross kick. Kisiga fields it, and that is a beautiful try. Well,
I saw Victor Dwarf's flag up.
Isn't given.
Not sure if the call is for offside. For an error, there will be some consultation between the two. But it's the second time Ivan Magomu has attempted to find Timothy Kisiga in this campaign. First was at Kings Park, but then also today, and the referees believe that Timothy Kisiga was ahead of the kicker. It looks like the try is going to be good this time. Gandiwa happy to award that try. A cross kick attempt from Ivan Magomu to his fullback on the national team and at the Black Pirates Rugby Club. Uganda valuable points as the clock ticks past the 60-meter mark in the Elgon Cup. Liam Walker. Attempted charge down is a bit short, and Walker splits the upright successful. So dominant scrum from Uganda, and they have the advantage.
Yama delivering that ball under pressure. Liam Walker looking to punish the Kenyans with those territorial kicks.
A bit of credit to both parks, to be honest. This is the first scrum penalty that we have seen in the game, and it has come in the 64th minute. They've been playing clean and good rugby in the set pieces today.
But do you also think the playing conditions have something to do with that? Remember, the conditions in Kampala, soggy. We did have wet weather as well. Obviously, that would lead to erratic rugby.
Without a doubt.
So we're here, and it is Liam Walker with a kick at goal. He was the hero for the Ugandans last Sunday. Can he be the man to spark a Ugandan revival?
But what can Liam Walker do this time?
Well, he is sure once again with that kick and goal. We do have the front foot there, growing in confidence. Misoga makes no mistake with that clearance. Takes two to bring him to the floor. Again,
another scrum penalty, breakdown penalty. This time, Robert Aziku. And it has taken Michael Wokorach's intervention to stop Conrad Wanyama from a quick restart there. Timothy Kisiga saying to Joseph Aredo, we're 4 points behind.
It will be 37 all.
All to play for?
All to play for.
In the second half. Liam Walker this time closer to the halfway line, about 45 meters from the uprights.
Another kick from Walker. Sails wide.
There's a Ugandan fan there who has not seen that the kick didn't make it through the uprights.
Go all out. Hammer and tongs, throwing the kitchen sink. Confidence in that reception from Aredo.
That's a good high ball. It is just outside the 22, so play has to continue.
And Barry Young has come through from the Kenya under-20s. Has started all three of Kenya's fixtures in October and November.
Now, you know, while Kenya won the kicking game in the first half, Uganda have taken that from them. They've kicked more. They've kicked in the right places.
This is Walker, receives that ball, quickly releasing Magomo. And then Aredo, Young committing himself to the tackle. The Ugandans forming another platform. Magomo losing the ball. It is Hilary Odhiambo. The Kenyans have forced the turnover. Kubu, Wahinya, but the referee is calling for an infringement.
I thought there was a man flying off his feet there at the breakdown. That's how Ivan Magomu lost possession of. This Conrad Wajama, they are getting
to inflict pain on Kenya heading into the final moments of the match. Just looking at previous Elgon Cup titles, Kenya have won 12, Uganda 3. Uganda in pursuit of their 4th. Kenya in pursuit of title number 13. Jone Kubu. Ball is fielded. Brian Dirangu looking to slow down the Ugandan momentum. Walker looking to punish the Kenyans, but back home is Jone Kubu. Show and go once again. Jone Kubu ghosting past 2 defenders.
mark called by Nicolas Kato, and he's on the break now, the little halfback off the bench.
Everything to play for in the final 10 minutes. A contest between these great East African rivals.
That ball was
best, even in the distribution of the victories in the fixture ever since 2004. The advantage is with Uganda. This is Walker. Another cross kick, but referee Talent Gandiwa will be penalizing the Kenyans. Remember, he was playing the advantage.
Or do they go for points, looking for the 3? There's the kicking tee is on. And Liam Walker will be having another shot at goal by 4 points. Just 10 minutes on the clock. First attempt by Liam Walker. If anything, it should add more energy into the Ugandans in their attempted comeback, or it will blow all the steam out of their ship as they look to reclaim the Elgon Cup after nearly 10 years.
The kick from Walker
Kisses the uprights, and this is off. Liam Walker.
It is Uganda in the ascendancy heading into these final moments. And for the Kenyans, really, there has to be game management. Will have to be disciplined. Remember, a penalty for Uganda.
Oh, strong contest from Kenya at that breakdown.
Isoga carries that ball over the halfway line. Kenya in a rare moment of possession after being on the back foot for close to the last 15 minutes. This is Walker. is under pressure there and driven into touch. For Eugene Sifuna, the delivery to Hilary Odhiambo, the Kenyans driving forward, but once again another decision against Kenya.
Uganda very smart at that line out. They choose not to contest, and Kenya looking for that driving maul turns into obstruction once the ball was transferred. But the decision is against them on that free kick. Full penalty. Decision changes hands again.
For Kenya and for Jone Kubu.
Jone Kubu's second kick for points in the match.
Come on, Victor, come on!
Jone Kubu kicks at goal, takes the score to 20-13. Every hint of possession for either team will be crucial. This is Brian Dirangu, Brian Wahinya, kick downfield, chases on.
Joel Nzuga, Timothy Tsiga gets there before him.
The kick from Liam Walker is fielded by Jone Kubu.
Is he going for the drop goal?
He has the audacity to, and it is just short. But you can see the intent there. Magomu's kick is charged down. Still anxious moments for Uganda.
There's Julius Opio at the bottom there.
Nicholas Kato, again his kick is charged down. Barry Young, and now Hilary Odhiambo. The try line is in sight. And the penalty against the Kenyans once again for their signature indiscretion, Ernest.
Kenya caught offside yet again. Uganda living dangerously in their own red zone.
Nicholas Kato, Liam Walker. Magomu as the Ugandans look to exit their 22. Nzuga making life difficult for Sembusi.
Knock on.
There's a knock on there.
Touch the ball on the floor there.
But let's see what Talent Gandiwa calls.
The match looks like it's going to end the way it started. 3 Kenya players at the front there and a couple of others. Almost everyone appears to have joined in on this merrymaking, I should say. Aaron Oketayot, the main character from Uganda, and Misoga from Kenya. There's Oketayot, the vice captain.
7 points between the two sides. Fine margins, high emotions.
Gandiwa has done well to manage this game and the emotions. Staying in control as the referee, allowing the game to proceed, but then also asserting his authority like he is doing right now with the 2 captains. Nyambua has lost the hearing in the courts of law to Ivan Magomu. Remember, last weekend on Sunday, he got a yellow card for playing the ball in an offside position. Today, he gets another one for starting a fight in this match. Paul Mutsami.
That is Ndirangu. Plays it downfield to Wahinya. And then Ashiundu shrugging off another tackle. Bryson Adaka. Kenyans presenting the ball on the floor. Barry Young, Misoga, Kubu. That delivery is fumbled. Possession is lost. Uganda with the advantage. And 2 minutes to play for. The ball is being contested for on the halfway line. High drama here in Kisumu. Magomu bringing in Walker. Beats one tackle, beats a second. The Ugandans recycling it. Telling you the anxiety in the stadium is for everyone to feel. Redo, Magomu looking to release Chisiga, inside pass. That is Gogondio. Uhuru. The Kenyans defending desperately. Another cross kick from Magomu. But this time round, Wahinya with a desperate clearance. Actually, can the Simbas emulate the Lionesses? Walker is on the floor, presents the ball. Uhuru, probing run, again being slowed down by that defense from Nisoga. Another kick downfield. Brian Wahinya runs it out into touch. Brian Wahinya, safe pair of hands as Kenya retain the Elgon Cup, Ernest.
That is the last player of this match.
Have to give it up to
Nyambua has delivered the Elgon Cup for Kenya.
And Brian Wahinya